Okay, so today is September 21st, 2023. The new patch for Diablo Immortal has come out. It says witness the dark birth in Tristram Cathedral. Um, we get to meet the Butcher today in a new dungeon, uh, Tristram Cathedral dungeon, and there's going to be a main quest. And we get to meet the Butcher as well as confronting a malicious enemy imbued with the power of Diablo himself. Uh, According to the reports here um, from Wortham, which is the very first instance when you start the game, it's the very first area you start at. I said instance, but it's area. You get to return there because the townsfolk are having peculiar dreams. Some have even disappeared during the night. And what's happening is they're becoming imbued with the World Stone and they're turning into these creatures. And they're headed into the dungeon. The Cult of Terror is looking to unleash the nightmares upon Sanctuary. So, navigating treacherous locations such as the manor where the Mad King lost himself and the cathedral where Diablo was once confined will be paramount in keeping the burning hell's influence at bay. Sanctuary needs you, adventurer. So we have to go to the bowels of Tristram Cathedral and complete the Ancient Cradle main quest line. Uh, in order to get to the cathedral, you have to do the Ancient Cradle's main quest line, beginning with Fare You Well and ending with Creation's Husk, and be on Hell difficulty 3. After that, we have the Alley of Blood, which is the new PvP for Shadow Clans and Immortals. It's also a new PvP event. So I know a lot of people have been talking that they're upset because this took clan PvP Shadow Wars and has made it 8 versus 8. And basically what that means is if you don't spend money, you don't get to play.
There has been a lot of backlash on that. It was the one event that everybody could participate, no matter what their spending habits, and turned it into another event that only the elites get involved with.
Uh, so going into Alley of, what is it called? Alley of Blood. You get to choose different roles. You can have 2 people per role, but they are allowed to pick the same sub skill. So 2 people in focus, 2 people in siege, 2 people in skirmish, and 2 people in support. And like I said, they can pick the same sub skill. They don't have to pick different ones. Now, as far as the event is concerned, the event is 4 versus 4, where, like I said, Shadow Wars is now 8 versus 8. Some tips: Sentry towers now defend themselves, and they deal damage to guardians before doing it to players, to enemy players, I should say. If you die in the Alley of Blood, you're automatically resurrected, and each time you die, that time increases. Just like the time increases, just like when you're doing Heliquary or anything else. Uh, you get bandages, just like in Battlegrounds, just like in the old Shadow Wars. And everybody starts with a 5-second movement speed boost. And this just says it's 2 styles, 8 versus 8 fashion in Shadow War, 4 versus 4 fashion in the limited time event. So if you come out on top, uh, Tuesday's Shadow Wars are Tuesday at 9 p.m. List of matches is announced. Thursday at 7:30, the preliminary matches start. Saturday at 7:30 server time, the final rounds commence. Vigil Blades, which is kind of like the new prequel to Rite of Exile, is where the Immortals fight the Shadows. So they, instead of waiting for the third week for the Immortals to fight the Shadows for Rite of Exile, they do it over the course of the first 3 weeks. And during whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 matches over those 3 weeks, they get to walk away with a bonus to their damage and health. So I believe it stacks up to 12%. So you get 4, 8, and 12. Visual blades will occur during the first 3 weeks of the Immortal faction reign. So you have the visual blades for week 1, week 2, week 3, and then on week 3, after the visual blades, you go into the Rite of Exile, is my understanding of it. I could be wrong. Let's see here. We have the Alley of Blood event. Basically, it's the fair PvP. All characters level 60. Legendary gear set gear level 1. All gems are set to 10. No bonuses from anything. Resonance, warbands, clans, Helicory, anything. So it's fair PvP is what it's supposed to be. We have 3 new gems that popped in today. We have the Eye of the Unyielding, 1 star. Continual damage is increased by 16%, and continual damage taken is decreased by 4%. We have Viper's Bite, 2 star. Damaging enemies poisons them with Viper's Venom, causing them to take 45% base damage, plus 120 damage every 6 seconds. They also have their attack speed reduced by 6%. Can occur more than once every 20 seconds. And then you have Void Spark at rank 10. It's our new 5 star. Dealing damage conjures a Void Spark for 6 seconds while the Void Spark is active. Dealing damage has a 30% chance to unleash lightning that chains up to 8 enemies, dealing 110% base damage plus 446 points to each enemy, and your attack speed's increased by 16%, and it cannot occur more than once every 20 seconds. If you like to do the Elder Rifts, you can go ahead and click on the modified drop rates to try and get the new gems instead of getting a chance at all the gems. Let's see here. Champions Revolt limited time event. Masses in West March have grown restless. Let's see here. You can embark on Champions Revolt task. Basically, you do stuff, you get rewards, such as gold, scrap materials, enchanted dust, so on and so forth. The new Battle Pass, the fresh meat, has the new costumes. We're not going to watch the video because if I click play, it's going to be super loud. We have Deathless Destiny Phantom Market, basically where you spend like $200 for the costume. Your first draw is free, and then every draw after that costs more and more money. These are your drop rates, so you can see the Deathless Destiny cosmetic set has a 0.13% drop rate. So, trying to get that, you're basically going to have to pay to get all these before you get that one. Some returning events, refer a friend. Basically, if somebody hasn't been playing, you can, hey, show up, come play. You get rewards for them playing and spending money. Hungering Moon is back. That one's another do stuff, get rewards type thing. Fractured Plane, I'm really looking forward to. I enjoy that one a lot. You walk in, it gives you a set of gear and a set of skills, and you try and make it through. It used to be 15 levels, now it's 12. Challenge rooms have a higher chance of appearing, which are you kind of like timed rooms, timed events. You walk in, you have 30 seconds to kill 200 mobs or whatever it is. I don't know. The chaotic chests can be obtained repeatedly. I don't know what the chaotic chests are, and those are the rewards you get after completing the 12 levels. Shady Stock will be back at the end of September. Basically you buy stuff from him, you do stuff, you earn rewards, you buy stuff from him. Trials of the Warrior. Again, this is a login, kill stuff, get rewards. The Conqueror event, the Ancient Fighting Pit. It's just a limited PvP event. Perils of the Fen. Uh, Dangerous torrent of demonic destruction has flooded the murky waterways of Bielfen. Channel the arcane energy. As you complete Perils of the Fen task, you receive rewards. So that's what that one is. We have some updates. Legendary gems. You can now upgrade your legendary gems in smaller increments, which is nice. Instead of having to have two 3 stars and a 5 star, or two level 3s and a level 5, now you can just level it up slowly. Uh, Skill interruptions, so abilities with short cast times, such as Holy Banner or Fist of the Heavens, no longer are interruptible. Random Dungeon Finder is something new that they just added in. It's really nice. You just click on it, and so if you have a group, you can't get a fourth. Somebody clicks Random Dungeon, they're gonna be able just to jump into your group. And they also have an increased chance at a set item. First kill of the day rewards are changing, so you have your first 7 kills of the day. So I don't know if this takes into account what you've already done, or if this is starting new. But basically, you kill your first 7, and then after that first 7, then the new cycle starts, where day 1 is a rare crest, day 2 is a charm, day 3 is a legendary item, hilts, keys, normal gem. And what's really nice is now for like free to play players, they're doing a random 1 star. So that's good for fodder or good for upgrades, depending on what it is that you need. The Rite of Exile is now can now strive. The immortal clans can now strive to earn a blessed reign by defending the crown for 7 weeks. That's such a long time. During the first 3 weeks of the reign, the top 3 shadow clans and the immortal clans battle each other in the new Vigil of Blades game mode. The faction that wins 2 out of 3 battles will gain plus 4% life and damage, up to 12% if they win all 3 weeks. The idols have changed. They're increasing the speed for the idols in battlegrounds. The more players on the idol, up to 4, will increase the movement speed up to 30%, which is nice because I was doing battlegrounds yesterday and those things move slowly. Vault defense rewards are changing. They've been increased. Now for doing vault, you get 200 hilts with a weekly cap going from 700 to 1400. And that's for defending. Immortal quests have been improved and updated. I haven't looked at the Immortal quest yet, but my understanding is they're supposed to be now a weekly thing, not a daily thing, which is the same thing they're doing with the Shadow quest. Instead of doing 3 quests a day, you now have 21 quests that can be completed over the week. So you can do them all in one day or over the course of 7 days. Clan changes. So, Immortal clan changes. Essentia is no longer in the game and not required for Keons. Shadows and Mortals will now fight over vault supplies in the raid and defend the vault activities. Let's see. Additionally, adjustments have been made to how Keon's Ordeal interacts with the Daedessa's Blessing. So there's some initial conflict between the Shadows and the Immortals for this bonus. And lastly, the damage bonus received by Shadows when they increase their individual rank, and for Immortals when they increase their reign, have been changed to progress at a more even rate. So it's now at 16% instead of the previous 32%. The Immortal Cloak upgrades. So basically, the longer you're an Immortal, the more your cloak will change. And these are 4 weeks, you get the Cloak of the Resistant, 7, 10, 14, 21, 28, 42 weeks. Now, I don't know if that's 42 weeks all in a row, because that's almost a whole year of being an Immortal. I guarantee that if there's a clan that's an Immortal for 42 weeks, that people are just going to leave the server. But
I agree with that. But people, we'll have to wait and see. But I agree that if it's amassed over time over different reigns, but that's going to be a wait and see.
yeah, I'm hoping that's a over different reigns type thing, because 42 weeks as the Immortal. I mean, that's a long time. Shadow Assembly, they're adding in a second Shadow Assembly from 12 to 2 because not everyone's able to make it. So you have the original time of 7 to 9, and now you also have 12 to 2 in the afternoon. Shadow War is at 7:30, and instead of giving you the 20 minutes prep time, now you have 5 minutes prep time. Shadow Quest,
Let's face it, they could get organized in 20 minutes, so 5 isn't going to matter.
right. Uh, Shadows now have 21 quests. This is what I was talking about. Elder Rifts have some new modifiers. This bottom one here, that they now have a treasure goblin in there, which wasn't in there before, so that'll be nice. Some new zone requirements for those that are leveling up. Now Storm Point is hell difficulty 1, Dread Reaver Dungeons hell difficulty 2, Ancient's Cradle is now hell difficulty 3. They're adding in chapter 5 and 6 of the hero's journey. Warband. So for people who are behind on the ancestral tableau, they're making it so that you get up to a 5 times bonus depending on how far behind you are to catch up. It's the same thing they've done with XP once you hit level 60 to get bumped up to Paragon. Defense is no longer just a... oh, well, this one says that the time between rounds is decreased. But they've changed... I haven't got there yet, I'll tell you. They added 12 new pages to the bestiary. The Immortal Treasury rewards, basically picking your items on Sunday night for Vault that get delivered to you on Monday. So you get to see where you're at in the rankings. They've added a new Prodigy's Path. Armory's gone from 5 to 10 slots. You can hold more gems now. Cursed Tower matches have everybody's got a 30% damage reduction. Reward chest and dungeon runs with 4 players will now automatically open. That way, if somebody DCs, you can still open the chest. New servers will provide players with an experience bonus until they reach max level. Bonus begins 2 weeks after the server goes live. And I have a feeling that that's for European servers. I could be wrong, but region-specific game editions. So auxiliary gem inlay, they're doing those in China. Basically, you get to take a rank 1 gem and stick it into a rank 10 gem, and you get the rank 1 ability. I don't know. I think that's so that people can try it out. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Bug fixes are here. Apparently, I missed it, but defense and purge are now supposed to be not locked. Oh yeah, here we go. Warband. Players no longer need to be in a warband to participate in purge or defense of the castle. So it was right above it. I just missed it. All right. That's the patch notes for this time around. Like I said, bug fixes are here. And I'm ready to get in the game and see what there is.